realize it's a remarkably cliche to talk about just how twisted some programming made for kids is, but I feel like there was a particularly egregious example mentioned in a recent episode of the podcast 99% Invisible. So on the podcast, Kurt Kohlstedt talks about a particular episode of Shining Time Station. Xers and boomers might remember this as the show with the really incongruent casting of George Carlin in a kids show, but I suspect that most people just remember this as being the show that launched the empire that is Thomas the Tank Engine. Anyway, Kohlstedt tells us about this episode where Henry gets a new coat of paint and doesn't want it to be ruined by a storm, so he takes shelter in a tunnel. And in response, Sir Topham Hatt removes the track and bricks him in forever. Or at least he threatens that anyway. Henry does appear in subsequent stories. I think it's supposed to be a lesson about vanity or obedience, but let me know if you can think of equally or more disturbing lessons in kids' shows.